Hello, I'm Beverly Curry and welcome to Ordinary People. This show focuses on those persons among us who rise up and inspire.
You gotta catch me out when I'm ready.
Both Minnaling Hanschel and Geno Bullard share a spirit of compassion, possess courage of that unshakable commitment, going the extra mile to achieve goals. They have braved the odds to make a mark, but more importantly, to make a difference in society.
Level classes that they're doing right now, right?
Having lost his father at an early age, this troubled teen finally found his way in basketball. He would soon become a standout coach and now operates his own school. Geno Bullard uses his sporting skills to teach students the basics of life as he steers them away from a life of negativity to a life of purpose. He has broken barriers, seeking higher learning for his students to continue their education abroad.
I had a checkered past as a kid growing up, you know. Many people see me as who I am right now and they call me Coach Bullard, and the coach is so synonymous with my name, I even forget that my name is Geno. So anytime I hear coach, no matter which atmosphere I'm in, it always make me spin around to see if somebody is referring to me. But and I had a troubled past as a kid, you know. I actually was expelled from a lot of schools, and I ended up finishing school in the States. So I would definitely say that the road and the obstacles and the path that I have taken has definitely prepared me for the person who I am today, and I wouldn't change it a bit.
You are impacting lives. How do you see that, and what led you to do what you're doing?
Well, like I say, I was the person in high school that got in a lot of trouble. And it's basically because of a lot of issues that I had as a kid growing up. You know, I lost my father at a very early age, 12 years old. And it's something that I never received counseling or even any type of, you know, guidance from any other, like, I say, males in my family. Or, you know, no one really addressed the situation to me. So I went into the school systems that I was a part of at the time, very angry and very upset about things that I didn't understand. So I got in a lot of trouble. Basically, you know, kids teasing you, oh, that's your daddy, that's your pa, not knowing that you really have an issue that you're dealing with. And I got in a lot of fights and got expelled a lot of schools. And one thing I've realized that I would say that the counseling wasn't in place, and persons did not identify, you know, trouble that a young man was going through and try to offer any assistance. Instead, you know, you got labeled a troublemaker from one school, and, you know, they just pass your file on and keep passing it on, and the minute you sneeze too hard in the school, they throw you out. And it's no one to say, hey, you know, stop for a minute, let's sit down, let's try to figure out what's going on with this young man. So it reached a point that my last journey before going off to school was in St. Anne's, and I was fortunate to have a mentor as Coach McQuay. So he took me under his wing, man, and he talked to me a lot, and he helped me to identify with a lot of issues that I was going through, and I felt I found my life coming full circle after I came home from school. And you know, I had persons in my community, young men that needed assistance with coaching a basketball team. So, you know, we put together a little small group in the neighborhood, and we were so successful that we were winning every little tournament that was in the local communities. And after the summer was ended, you know, one of the students came to me and asked me to come and help them with the high school team because they didn't have a coach. And I ended up volunteering, man. I volunteered at that school, and we helped to build that program. And one thing just leads to another. I went on to another school until I ended up at Westminster College. And that's where it all, you know, just came to part, and everything just came into place, and we just started our history right from there.
With a number of high school basketball championships under his belt as coach at Westminster College, the road to success was not easy. But in the end, Geno Bullard has landed more than 50 students in Niagara College in Canada.
It's been a tough journey because, you know, you have skeptics, and you have persons that will ask you, well, why are you volunteering your time, or, you know, what is in it for you? Like, you know, it have to be something behind the scenes why you doing what you're doing. But I've realized that, you know, we need more men to step up and take, you know, their rightful place and trying to be positive leaders to the young men in our country. Especially every day we listen to all the negativity, what's going on. But there's really, enough persons that really want to stand up and walk the walk. They do the talking, but they don't. It's very rare that you see someone that will really stand and go down with the ship if need to be. I've taken a lot of heat for the decisions I've decided to make in my life, but I know that God has allowed me to prosper because my heart is pure and He's giving me the visions, and all I'm doing is getting up every day and implementing the things that He's telling me to do. I don't want to be known as the redundant coach that win 5 and 6 championships, and at the end of the day, that's all you have to underneath your belt of accomplishments, and that could get very, very stale and boring. After it becomes so repetitious. And after we won our 4th championship, I'm a person that challenged myself on challenges. I could say definitely my first year was very intense because it's something that I wanted to prove myself as a coach. Going to Westminster where they didn't have a program, and building school pride and building a program and making people understand that it's okay to attend Westminster, and you can have school pride. You can walk downtown in a uniform and don't be feeling like, hey man, people don't want me to be who I am. But I could definitely say that the school was developed a lot of pride over those years, and people were proud to say that they go to Westminster College. And persons also from Auckland straight to Freeport, every angle of the Bahamas was aware of Westminster basketball program. So I challenged myself on a blank canvas. I had options to go to different schools before I went to Westminster, but I wanted to go there because there was nothing there. And I wanted to prove that I can build something from scratch. And man, it was phenomenal that we ended up winning 4 straight basketball seasons, senior boys, 3 undefeated seasons, and over the 4 years we played 57 games and we lost 3 games.
The journey would later take him to operate Noble Preparatory Academy in New Providence.
Tell us a bit about the school. It's not a basketball school.
Well, it's definitely, people would assume that because they know my history as a basketball coach, but it's definitely an academic school. It's a college prep, and we are preparing our students to get a college education once they finish our program here.
Do you miss the basketball side of you? No,
I don't miss it because I'm still coaching. I'm still training. Actually, we're about to go on a full athletic program as part of our school system in September. The reason why we didn't start out with our athletic program because I wanted to make sure that our academic base was very solid. And if you look at that picture right there, that was our first graduating class. And all of those young men right now are in college. And if you look at this article that we have right here, you could read that and see that those young men are averaging 3 A's, 2 B's, and 1 C's coming straight out of Noble Preparatory Academy during their first term of college. So that was my goal, to make sure that we are putting out competent education. As a basketball coach, I have many experiences of young men out there who've really been through the system of many different coaches and schools. Don't have a high school diploma. Can't even spell cat or rat, but they've been averaging 30 points a game, and at the end they don't have a diploma, so they can't go anywhere. They can't get a job, they're frustrated, and it's leading to a lot of these young men that's committing all these crimes and stuff because they don't have another way out. And for some reason, people just don't care. So I wanted to not go straight into basketball because I've proven that I can build a basketball program and I can be successful at it, but I wanted to put the challenge to myself on the educational side. Can you do the same? Can you have the same passion for the basketball game for education? And I've proven that, I can create an educational institution that can provide top-notch education and also guarantee parents a tertiary level education once they finish here, because we can transfer our students directly to college through the articulation agreements that we have with our affiliate schools. All right, so definitely I still love coaching.